Today we're going to talk about the letter D, which is pronounced as it is having your tongue on the top of your palate and flicking it out. It is not pronounced as D. It is pronounced as D. This is a capital D, which is an uppercase D. This is a small d, which is a lowercase d. So recognize that the D is written with a line on the left, followed by a semicircle, go around it and attach it to the end of the line. It goes from the top to the bottom. This is pronounced as on a line. How you would actually do the D is this. Again, we have the double line. Let me choose green again. Capital D, pronounced as, and small d, also pronounced as. Now, if you have got a single line, and not a double, if you're using a single line and not a double line, which is in this case, let me draw the lines. You would also have written the D, uppercase D or the capital D, with it touching the top line and stretching it down to the bottom line, having a semicircle attached to it, making that a capital D, which is pronounced as. A small d will be a full circle that goes up with the neck touching the top of the line and stretching it back down, touching the bottom of the line. Make sure that both your D sits on the line. This is how you do it again. Uppercase or capital D, lowercase or small d. Again, one more time. Uppercase or capital D, pronounced as lowercase or small d, also pronounced as. Now, how do you know how to pronounce these alphabets using the correct phonics? How do you know when your phonics is correct? This is how you know it. I'm going to pick out a word such as, oh, this is a very nice line. This is nice. Such as dad. Let's pick out dad. D, A, D. Dad. Now, how do you know you pronounce it right and not tad or that? Is that when you say the D, it has a deep sound that comes out from your mouth. So you have add followed by that becomes dad. You got to kick out the tongue to pronounce the D so that the air that travels through your mouth becomes prominent. So this is a word that starts with the D. What other D's words could you think of? If you could pause this video and think of some words, that would be very good. Now, the words that I have thought about are these. Oh, this is, okay, let me shift it over this side. Are these. They are, I'm going to write them in single line, just to demonstrate to you again, how do you write that on a single line? Capital D, daddy, D-A-D, D Y. Daddy. Another, whoa, where did that line come from? That was not meant to be. Oh dear. I may have to redo the whole thing again. Whoa. I have no idea what happened here. Okay, there we are. We're there. No, cancel. You can cancel that. Okay, so this is, I have to mend this and mend that, followed by mend the A. Okay, we're back in business. That's daddy. Deep. Capital D. E. E. P. Deep. Dry. Today is a dry day. D. R. Y. Dry. Now notice this is when you use a single line spacing. What is also important for you to know is that when you write your capital D, always make sure that it is not mixed up with any other letters, especially the lowercase d. I have a lot of students that actually turns around and writes the lowercase d as a B. As a B, which is wrong. This is not D. D, on the other hand, is written as this. This is the correct D. Make sure you do not make this mistake and continue to practice your D. Remember to pronounce D as and not D. It is never D, because D is is spelled as D-E-H or D-H-E. But D itself is the phonics for D. Have a great day.